Everyone says they want better focus. They say they want a longer attention span. They say they want discipline. But if we are honest, most people do not actually want to build focus. They only want to feel focused. They like the idea of being productive. They like imagining themselves as someone who works hard and stays locked in. But when it comes to doing the uncomfortable work that builds real attention, most people avoid it. And that is where the real difference begins. Here is the hard truth. Your attention span is not naturally dying. It is not disappearing for no reason. It is being stolen. Slowly, quietly, every single day. And the biggest thief is the device sitting in your pocket. Your phone. The apps, the endless notifications, and the algorithms that watch everything you do. These systems know what you like. They know how long you pause on a video. They know what makes you laugh, what makes you angry, and what keeps you scrolling. Sometimes it feels like your phone understands your behavior better than you do. So before we talk about fixing focus, we need to accept something uncomfortable. You do not fully choose what you pay attention to. Your environment does a lot of that choosing for you. The things around you quietly control your behavior. Think about it like this. If someone puts a chocolate cake on the table in front of you, nobody is shocked if you eat it. Temptation was right there. The same thing happens with your phone. If TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts are sitting on your lock screen all day, glowing with notifications, your brain will reach for them. Not once. Not twice. Over and over again. That is why environment matters more than motivation. Motivation fades. Environment stays. If your surroundings are built for distraction, your focus will struggle every time. But if your surroundings support deep work, concentration becomes easier. Now here is something interesting. There is one small change almost nobody tries. It is simple. Almost too simple. But it has a powerful effect on your brain. Right now, most people's brains behave like a spoiled house cat. They want comfort. Instant entertainment. No effort. A reward every few seconds. The reason is simple. Your phone works like a digital slot machine. Every swipe, every refresh, every new video gives your brain a small dopamine hit. It is not a huge reward, but it is enough to keep you coming back again and again. These little hits slowly raise your brain's expectations. Soon, quick entertainment becomes the normal level of stimulation. When that happens, anything slower starts to feel boring. If scrolling is sugar, your brain has been eating dessert all day. And when you finally sit down to do real work, it feels like eating plain vegetables. Your attention span is not broken. It is just poorly trained. If nothing changes, something strange happens over time. Years pass. You become extremely skilled at scrolling, tapping, and watching short videos. But the skills that actually move your life forward stay underdeveloped. And that realization can hit hard. So what is the simple change most people ignore? Make your environment more boring than your goals. It sounds strange at first. Most productivity advice says the opposite. People decorate their workspace with lights, colors, and motivational signs. They try to make everything exciting. But your brain does not need a party to work. It needs calm. Your brain focuses best when the task in front of you is the most interesting thing in the room. If your phone is more exciting than your work, your brain will choose the phone every time. But if your phone becomes boring, your brain stops craving it. That is why boredom is powerful. If you can sit with boredom, you gain control over your attention. So here is the idea. Make your phone less attractive. Make it boring. Even a little ugly. Start by simplifying it. Remove the colorful widgets. Turn off fancy animations. Use a plain wallpaper. Put most of your apps into folders so they are not constantly visible. Your phone should look simple, almost dull. The goal is not to delete everything. The goal is to reduce how tempting it looks. Next, turn off unnecessary notifications. Most alerts are not important. They exist to pull you back into the app. Every notification is a small hook trying to grab your attention. Keep only the ones that truly matter. Silence the rest. Another helpful change is keeping your phone away from your bed. When the first thing you touch in the morning is a glowing screen, your brain instantly jumps into stimulation mode. That makes calm focus much harder later in the day. Once your environment becomes simpler, it is time to train your attention. Focus is like a muscle. If you never use it, it becomes weak. But if you train it regularly, it grows stronger. Start with a simple exercise. Sit down somewhere quiet and set a timer for 5 minutes. During those 5 minutes, do nothing. No phone. No music. No videos. Just sit there. Your brain will start searching for stimulation. It might feel uncomfortable. That is normal. Your mind is adjusting. Another powerful practice is monotasking. Choose one task and work on it alone. No switching tabs. No multitasking. In the beginning, try focusing for 10 minutes. The next week, increase it to 20 minutes. Later, try 30 minutes. Slowly, your brain relearns how to stay with one activity. You can also train your mind with quiet walks. Walk outside without headphones. No music. No podcasts. Just you and your thoughts. At first it may feel strange, but after a while, your mind begins to slow down. Ideas appear more clearly. Some habits may seem boring at first, but they become incredibly powerful. Reading long books is one example. Real reading forces your brain to stay patient. It trains your attention naturally. Practicing a skill works the same way. Drawing, cooking, exercising, writing, or learning something new. The first 20 minutes can feel slow, but once your mind settles into the activity, focus becomes easier. Another important habit is simply sitting with your thoughts. Many people avoid silence because it feels uncomfortable. But learning to sit quietly without reaching for your phone is a powerful skill. It means your mind is no longer controlled by constant stimulation. When you practice these habits, something interesting begins to happen. Your brain's baseline stimulation slowly drops. Simple experiences start to feel richer again. You notice small details. Your thinking becomes deeper. Your creativity grows. And then something surprising happens. Endless scrolling starts to feel boring. The same content that once pulled you in begins to feel repetitive and empty. When that shift happens, your life opens up. You start choosing creation instead of consumption. You choose depth instead of quick dopamine. And that change makes a huge difference. But there is one final step most people never reach. Training focus is only the beginning. The real transformation happens when focus becomes part of your identity. At that point, you are not just someone trying to concentrate. You become the kind of person who protects their attention. Distractions lose their power, and staying focused stops feeling like a struggle. It simply becomes who you are.